We are all locked inside our homes. Does that mean you're watching the alphabet soup of channels, regular broadcast television, or are you like the rest of us and stuck in YouTube hell? Well, it better be the latter, because we're going to talk about your favorites right after this.
Let's do this.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Video Call-In Show, that show that invites you to be a live video guest on this program to talk about whatever you'd like to talk about, whether it's the topic of the day or anything really that comes to your mind. What's on your mind? But tonight, however, we're going to talk about your YouTube favorites. Now, when I say the YouTube favorites, I mean big YouTubers, right? The guilty pleasures, those YouTubers that have good numbers behind them. In fact, in the description on the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, I've placed 100,000 as the the barrier of entry. And of course, you all saw my thumbnail for this, or I assume some of you saw the thumbnail for this show. Before I get into that, let me say that joining is super easy, absolutely simple. All you've got to do is point your browser to zoom.us. Click on join a meeting and then enter in that meeting number when it asks for it. You will show up in my green room and I will bring you up one at a time. First come, first serve, as time allows. The shows have been, on my Sunday shows, have been running about an hour and a half. And that's about as long as my foot can take it. We'll see how that goes tonight, of course. Before I get any further, let me get some shit because I was running late today. Let me refresh this and see if if I can actually get this to work. It's been one of those kind of days, man. One of those kind of days. I don't know what the weather is like in your nape of the nape, but it was really sunny here yesterday. It started raining in the afternoon, and it rained earlier today, this being Sunday, and then it cleared up. And as you can see outside right now, over my right shoulder, you can see that it turned out to be a pretty decent day, although it is overcast and it is below 60, although they promise us in the next couple days that we're going to see some wonderful warm weather coming up, and not too many showers, which we don't need any more precipitation, but that is what it is. Who do we have in the house tonight? We've got Eileen Value the Fam. How you doing, Eileen? Good to see you. We've also got Jelly Duck 100. Ahmed, always a pleasure to have you in, man. Always a pleasure. And then of course Wendell Live, who runs a live stream every Wednesday. Flash in your pen. How you doing, Ed? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. We've also got Brandon Jackson Vlogs. Also a pleasure to have you in here. And Jesse Mendez. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Also Outdoorsy Gal. Chrissy. How you doing, man? How you doing? We've got Restream Bot. Bite it, Restream Bot. Yes, apparently Restream Bot is saying hello to folks, which I don't think is a bad thing. Artfo, how you doing? Good to see you as well, coming over from DLIVE. Always a pleasure to have you in. We've got Oracles and Beyond. Hello. Welcome to you, my friend. Thank you for how did you know my name? I know that it's no secret, but but it's a pleasure to have you. I love having new people in. I love talking to all the folks that normally show up and are so kind as to chat or come on the show, as you all know. Susan Hamilton, how you doing? Hello to you. We've also got Raven the Commentator 2001. Good to see you as well, Raven. And Redneck Connection, how you doing, man? Ken, always good to see you, man. Always good to see you. And the Corruptions Are Networks here. How you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. And of course, Lottery of Life. Mike, good to see you, man. Very good to see you. And Ghana, how are you? Woo! I know, right? This is kind of a freeform show tonight. I do want to hear about those YouTubers who you consider your guilty pleasure. Now, I'm going to pop up my my thumbnail one more time I don't know how many of you have seen it. Now, forget the giant idiot in the center, but look around there. If you look around my head, these are all YouTubers that I would consider my guilty pleasure. YouTubers that I watch a majority of the time. Now, that's not to say, that is absolutely not to say I don't watch your videos as well. That happens quite a bit. I was just creeping on Lottery of Life. Mike did a video earlier today, and I was highlighted. Mike, thank you for that. That was awesome, dude. Was also talking about when to live. Is kind of a break from the isolation that we all feel. I mean, we're all, most of us aren't locked to their house, but for the love of Pete, a lot of us aren't going anywhere. With my foot issue, I don't, my heel, I don't necessarily go anywhere. Not that I can't. I am down to one crutch, and I can't reach it right now. But trust me when I say I'm down to one crutch. Where's my? Oh, I see. I took it off. Um, and yet I walk a lot in the boot alone, a lot. But it does get sore quite quickly, so I limit myself. I limit myself as much as I should. Whenever it gets sore, I grab the one crutch, and then I give it a little help. You hobble along. But man, I can't tell you how exciting it is, how absolutely and utterly exciting it is to be mobile once again. Unless you've ever broken your leg or something very similar and you lose functionality or broken any sort of appendage and you lose that sort of functionality, you don't know how much you took it for granted until it's gone. Germany Travel Personal Guide, how you doing, Darian? Always a pleasure to have you. The number should be correct, guys, and as well as the number in the doobly-doo, the description box of YouTube. And pardon me just for a minute. Not that I ever want to do this on a regular basis, but oh man, and you know what's really been killing us is we haven't been able to see our granddaughter. We don't want to infect or become infected, even though honestly, guys, there's a lot of stories out there that put the real death toll in question. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there are several stories that immediately go to the coronavirus for folks that had pre-existing conditions, even though the investigation is not even completed. They've attributed these deaths to the coronavirus. I find that journalistic malpractice. I mean, and until it is confirmed that someone passes due to this virus, I find it reprehensible to report that it is a coronavirus death, even though usually posthumously they were tested and came up positive for the virus. So be careful with the numbers. Don't believe everything you hear. Research. Go to several different sources and find out where it is that you believe it to land, or wait till the dust settles, because we've got a very long time left for this to run its course, for lack of a better term. Although I don't think that it'll take more than a month or two before we are smart enough to live dangerously again. And I honestly think we live dangerously every single day, whether there's a sensationalized pandemic or not. We literally live dangerous every single day. There are so many things on this planet that can put us away. But we just do. It shouldn't be asking you for a password. Hang on there a minute. Ed, I see that. I hear what you're saying. Let me check the settings. This would really piss me off if Zoom has changed those settings. La la la. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just going to go in here and make just some. Check out the settings. I haven't changed anything, even though most of you already know that I've offered my services in providing virtual teleconferences for those people who who don't really have the technical wherewithal to do it themselves. I'm still committed to that. I've got several emails in my mailbox waiting for that to happen. Let's see. Well, I tell you what, no, passwords are not chosen. Well, if I have to restart, I will. I absolutely will. What they're doing. Let me make sure that I've got the number right. That could be operator error 481 825 357. That looks like, yeah, 481 825 357. Not Magnum. Try that again, guys, and let me know if that is the. Oh, it does want a password. No, I'm not going through OBS. I use vMix Artfo. All right, let me get into those settings again. I don't think we've ever had this problem before. I wonder if this was a function of the update. You see, there's been a whole lot of talk about security and that sort of thing, or people Zoom bombing, and sometimes that happens. Oh yeah, I'll just be over here whistling and whistling while I work, and we'll get this ironed out. Okay. Oh, it wouldn't be live television if there weren't some hiccups, honestly. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. What the French? Oh, that's redunculous. Hang on just a minute here. It actually has changed. It absolutely has changed. Well, I'll tell you what. Not only that, but it won't allow me to turn that off. So I've got to. I am an admin, damn it. Okay. Boy, this is horrible. I wasn't expecting this at all. Was not expecting this at all. You gotta be kidding me. All right, just hang on with me, guys. Hang on. They literally have changed this since the last time I ran a Zoom meeting. And yes, I'm starting to get pissed. I'm absolutely livid. Don't worry, we'll get this. We will get this. And they blocked it. All right, let's do this. I will work with this offline. And let's see. I've got to find some text here so I can throw this up for you. Okay. I bet you guys didn't expect this either. All right. Try that right there. See if that password works for you guys. If you're not seeing it, it's right here. Right here. If that works, I got some shit to do with Zoom. So where was I? Yes, relatively large YouTube channels is what I want to hear. I've got several. How many of you saw the show that I almost, well, I didn't get to do last week. I was so excited to do it as well. The one thing, the show is actually going to center around those YouTubers that have done some really big things. We all know about Mr. Beast and his 20 million trees. That's a fantastic ultra uh, philanthropic move, and of course, this is totally America. But Cletus McFarland is actually one of the YouTubers that I watch quite a bit. You might have to deep dive me. Let me see if it worked. Did it work? I mean, I'll just leave it up there until I'm done taking calls. But that's going to piss me off later. Anyway, Cletus McFarland bought literally. Yeah, I know, right? Wouldn't that be funny? I'm just sitting here chatting away. What's the matter with you guys? How come you haven't called in? That didn't work. Fuck. All right. Now you know it's not for kids. Oh man, this is bullshit. This is absolutely bullshit. All right, I tell you what. Oh man, we are in such strange times. I've even got a notice that says to prevent internet bandwidth, to preserve internet bandwidth and ensure that we are making the best of global networks. You may experience intermittent availability of HD video during Zoom meetings with 3 or more participants, hosted on your desktop or mobile device. Standard video capabilities will remain in place. If you are joining using a Zoom room or conference room connector, HD will remain enabled. I may have to change the way I do business here. This is fucked up. Oh, man. Nope, says it's wrong. Okay, hang on. That's bullshit. Yeah, they're doing that exactly because of what I talked about earlier. Hello, Drone Effects with Claude. How you doing, man? Good to see you, Claude. Good to see you. That's what it tells you. The password's wrong. Well, this is crap. This is absolutely crap. Let's see. Yeah, they've literally locked passwords on, and I'm sure it's because of those. Yeah, you guys broke it. You done broke it, man. You done broke it. All right, hang on. Sons of bitch. So now you get to just watch me here go through some settings. I apologize for that. Oh, this is really going to piss me off, guys. This is absolutely going to tick me off. This, things like this have been the downfall of many a software company. And if they don't adjust, I'm adjusting for them, and that means finding. Yeah, no, that means finding a different solution to this. God, I hate the thought of going to Skype. Skype is such a resource hog and can really pull down your. I mean, it just literally will throttle your bandwidth. Okay. No, it was a simple cough. I'm good. Son of a bitch. Yeah, well. Hmm. Okay. I don't know, guys. This may cut the show early tonight. No seductive faces from me, Ghana. Not when I'm angry. I know, Ed. I know. Thanks for pointing that out. Oh boy. Okay. This is really going to piss me off. All right. Yeah, I've seen that. It's not for you, Ed. I just don't want it to go anywhere. Although I do talk a lot with my wife. I don't talk near as much as I do on this show. I so want to entertain you, Ghana. I so want to entertain you. All right, here we go. I had to do it the old-fashioned way. Wow. Now my microphone's got the corona. My microphone, she's got the corona. All right. That should work. I had to go out and look for it the old-fashioned way. And I am so pissed right now, it's not even funny. But I will keep on a happy face for you guys. I know you are, Ed. Yes, I just cleared my throat into that as well. Oh, okay. Try that one, guys. And we'll get this show a-rolling. We will get it a-rolling. Can't believe I had to open up Microsoft Edge. And then, long story. We'll go into it. I don't like to talk about it. But that should work. If it doesn't, oh man, are they going to owe me a refund on? Oh, thank you, Lord, it worked.
Ow. Ow.
Was that loud, man?
Yeah, let me change my background because that's really ugly. What's with this? They didn't do this crap the other day during our show.
Yeah, well, now they've locked it down. The admins have locked it down. And when they say that, that means that no matter what level of an account you have, you are beholden to them. So, yeah, that's...
It won't let me change my virtual background.
Oh, you can't do that either?
Apparently not. It's making me downloads. And
that could be one of two things.
This lovely, there it is.
There it is. That could be one of two things, Ed. That could either be a bandwidth issue, or that they're throttling that, or
they said I had to download something.
Yeah, it could be the update.
Could have been.
So, Ed, thank you for getting me out of this this hell I call one show a week. Good Lord, man. It's amazing. And you should know this because normally you run one show a week, and your auctions pull it a little bit more than that. But when you run one show a week, it's like you got to rethink things every time you jump on.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least with my sign-in, mine don't rotate like yours do. And I tried looking for it in my settings, and a couple of things that said admin can change only, and I'm thinking to myself, it's my freaking account. I'm the admin.
I know, right?
What the hell? I can't switch shit.
Yeah, I tell you, that's exactly why they're doing that, is because of use and abuse. So we're stuck. Use and abuse, yeah. So we're stuck with it for a while. Oh, I should leave that up there. Should move it actually because, let's see. Yeah, let me move that for everybody. Yeah, the use and abuse. So the oh, I hear the dog. They've been talking about some holes in the security. We talked about that a good long time ago, and also, given those holes, I need to shrink that. Yeah, given that those holes exist, I'm sure they're really tightening down on this sort of thing.
Oh, I guess I'll have to figure out this password crap
I know,
for
right?
Tuesday's night show, because I have a really huge YouTuber Tuesday night coming on my show.
Well, here's the thing, Ed. When I said I went back to old school, what I found was that if you send them an invite via email,
Yeah,
whatever window you've sent that from, whatever Zoom meeting you've sent that from, the password goes along with it.
right.
Yeah, so they should be okay.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay, good, because I will. I'll send them an invite link via Facebook,
right.
and okay,
Yeah, so you should be just fine, man. You should just be fine. For you, for those of
hopefully.
us just joining, the number to the extreme right is actually the password. So we're just doing this
So
in weird increments here.
you'll have the room ID and the password.
Yes, all wrapped up into one. Live television, Ed, you gotta love it, man.
You know, people like us deal with this kind of crap every week.
Every
If it
week.
ain't one thing, it's another. Just ask Murphy.
Oh man, exactly, exactly. Ed, you couldn't be more on point, dude. So Ed, as a,
I didn't see my logo in the back of your thumbnail. I'm
now,
bad,
well,
man.
did you hear what I said? The
Yes,
reason,
I
yeah,
did.
the reason
I
those don't
did.
exist is because I was talking about those relatively large YouTubers that we all have lashed ourselves onto and watch on a regular basis, and I believe everyone in my thumbnail is over 1K, 100K.
Well, you know what? There was one in particular back there who was a guest on our show
I bet I know which one it was.
be, before he even had like 2,000 subscribers.
And he has
Now he's,
exploded.
well, he did exactly what I said he would do in the first show that Jared was on. He took off like a rocket, and he's over 200,000 now.
I know, dude. I know. I like I said when in the open, most of those people, whenever the notification comes down, if I'm not doing anything, man, I immediately go to them and I'll watch the show, especially if it's something that really interests me. And pulling cars out of rivers and lakes is to me extraordinarily interesting for some weird reason.
I like it too. He's actually a really cool guy too.
Yeah, he's
I had the pleasure of meeting him when I was in Oregon last October. Spent like 4 or 5 hours with him and Sam and his camera guy, and I did some behind the scenes footage and had a good time. Had a good time.
that's cool.
I would have liked to get dirty and really into it and really been a part of it, but it was my last day. I checked out of my motel room, so I had no shower. I had a plane to catch that night. So it is what it is. Next time we're going to organize it so I have time so I can get dirty and help and have a place to go back to and shower and clean up.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. And he goes all over the country, so the
Yeah,
opportunity could be, we're just right around the corner, actually. So,
during the Christmas season, he actually came out to Missouri, I believe it is, and helped brought closure to a family
yes.
where their son, I believe, and brother drove into the Missouri River, I believe it was, got killed. They wasn't sure.
Yeah.
And he's also working on another case. I watched a video yesterday
Hmm.
where he's working on a potential body recovery.
Hmm. Hmm.
They haven't found it yet, but
No, but the son that you were talking about, that was actually a recovery, if memory
yes,
serves.
it was.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was. And that was quite a tearjerker too.
Hmm.
It was a pretty emotional thing, um, and I know Jared's heart's in the right place.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, he's not only is he trying to help those sort of cases, but his primary goal and what's Ed, you know the entire channel name, so if you wanted to say it, go ahead.
Adventures with Purpose.
Yes. Now they will not show any recovered human remains. So guys,
No,
don't get excited about that.
you're not
Um,
gonna see no dead body.
no, no. But what he does in addition to trying to help solve those or at least bring closure to those is he also is trying very, very hard. One of the reasons he's doing this is to clean up the environment because pretty soon those liquids that are encased in any vehicle that's been submerged will leach out into the environment, and
Oh
he's
yeah.
done such a great job thus far. Plus it's really cool to see him pull up some vehicles that one are either collectible when they're not submerged 30, 40 feet under under the water, but
When
also have a story behind them.
Yeah, when I was there, we pulled up like a '67 Volkswagen Beetle
I saw that one.
out of the same boat ramp. He's pulled up a Corvette, a Mustang, I believe, like 5 cars out of this one boat ramp on the Willamette River.
Yep, a Jaguar.
And yeah, the
Hmm.
Jaguar,
Yep, yep.
same boat ramp. And the guys from Elite Towing Service, really good guys. I'm really proud of Jared and the work he's done.
Hmm.
And I I can't say enough about the guy. I hope he gets to 1 million subscribers.
Oh, I do too. I
Right
mean,
on.
imagine, and not only that, because he can really help a whole lot of people if that does happen. But the story is even deeper than that because he has helped, or he is. No, no, no. I'll say that he's helped other people get into the same sort of business, for lack of a better term. It's more of a hobby for him because he does it free of charge. Um, and that just means more people out there doing the exact same things, right? Which can only be good.
Oh, he's influenced a lot of other divers, and even influenced magnet fishermen to become divers to do somewhat the same thing. Chaos Paddlers, which is now Chaos Divers on YouTube. He's been a guest on our show too. Jacob's a really good guy, and they're planning on retrieving a helicopter, I believe, from a lake in Tennessee or Kentucky.
Really?
Yeah, and Jared's also manufacturing his own lift bags now.
Yes, yes. I saw that. I saw that.
The first time we had him on, he was using an old ratty dry suit that leaked, and I'm like, hopefully you'll get a dry suit sponsor soon, and Jared, and he's like, oh, I hope, Ed, and
And
sure enough.
he sure did that, and a mask sponsor as well.
Yeah, those masks are really nice. They have an intercom system
Hmm.
inside, which is a potential lifesaver right there, because it's really key if you could have communication with the surface.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
Sam Dean, Ginn, he's a rescue captain from the Seattle area. He was with Jared when I saw him in Oregon, and he's doing much of the same thing.
Yeah, I find it fascinating. So is that is obviously one of your silver button YouTubers, right? That you enjoy watching?
Yeah, him, Pioneer Polly, which will be our guest next Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Me
Be
without a
sure to join us at Tuesday Night Hangout Live.
me without a without a shameless plug.
Hey, you've known me long enough now, too.
Shame on me. Shame on me.
Where I could put it, I will.
Every time. Do it every time, folks.
But I like Dan Hurd. He's also a big YouTuber, but I think he's kind of strayed from what he used to do, which all channels evolve and change in ways. I know my channel has in drastic measures, but Jeff Williams, most of these people have been guests on our show, minus Dan Hurd. I've talked to him for a while, but he's a school teacher, a YouTuber with a huge channel now. But, you know, Pioneer Polly's coming on my show for the second time. Jared's been on several times now. Jeff Williams been on a couple of times. He's a silver buttoner, I believe, or a silver button placker, whatever the fuck.
Silver buttoner. We'll just call him. We'll just call him silver platinum or buttoners.
Also, like I've had Chris Vogas from Vogas Prospecting. He's getting up there, and Clash Guitars. He just reached his 100,000 subscriber. I'm just, when is our boat gonna come in? I just wonder sometimes. Hey, Benzo Bonanza.
I wonder the same thing as well. Yes, hello, Benzo Bonanza, Mining and Prospecting. How you doing? We also had Supernatural Lost Adventures. How you doing? Thanks for being here, guys. Yeah, I know, Ed. I ask myself that question all the time. Oh, American Gold Prospectors, how you doing?
You know what was cool about Pioneer Polly? He did kind of a different video the other week about what got him into treasure hunting and prospecting was arrowheads.
Oh.
He's from Vancouver Island, British Columbia, and he started finding arrowheads at like 9, 10 years old. And that evolved into what he's doing now with prospecting and stuff. And I sent him a point for him and a point that's supposed to go to Sean from Busted Knuckles Prospecting, because he was supposed to have been in Australia right now. And I sent a package to Sean in Australia over a year ago, and it still has not gotten there.
Oh, man.
And so I said, you're going to Australia soon, right, Paulie? He's like, yeah. I'm like, can I send you something for you to take to Sean? Because I sent him a package. He has yet to get it. It's been over a year. And I don't want nothing else to get lost there, especially something like an artifact. Because I was going to send Sean an artifact. So I sent 2 arrowheads from the Midwest. You know, one was found in Ohio, one was found in Indiana. They're both Adena points, woodland error points, which our areas really, there's a lot of woodland error points to be found. And I said, you take the choice, you know, and he actually gave me and my channel a shout out into our show, our live podcast, as he put it.
Nice.
During that one last video, I thought it was pretty cool because Pioneer Polly isn't one for shout outs.
Mm-hmm.
Even when he was a smaller channel with just a couple thousand, he just wasn't one for shout outs.
Sure.
I can understand, you know, but
well, I am. That's why I have people up. If you guys want to shout out yourselves, then shout out yourselves. And
well, that's kind of the format of our show too, because during our show, it's all about our guests' channel. Like Benzo Bonanza, for instance. Him and JP Alonzo and more are going to be our guest on the 28th of this month.
Cool.
It's going to be their show to sell their channel and themselves. We all know people subscribe to our channels and become part of our communities, one, because they like you, or they like what you do.
How true.
I could watch something that I'm really into what they're doing, but if I don't like the creator's personality or whatnot, I'm not going to stay there very long, to be honest.
Right, and that's why Ed and I never really spend any time together on this show.
No, never. I'm actually surprised I'm on this long too.
Well, I'm not going to push you, but but I do now have 3 additional guests that I'll have to get to here, Ed.
Yes, Toledo Jazz.
Yes.
And
you won't get any of the others. No, you won't get any of the others.
Really?
Yeah. Nope. No, Wendell said he's tried. He tried, but he couldn't get in, just like Brandon Jackson couldn't. And no, Brandon, I'm not going to do a Discord call. I don't have Discord set up as a source over here. So it's working for several other people, dude. But yeah. Oh wow. Interesting. Oh, just something changed. So yeah, but Jesse is up next, Ed.
Well, on that note, I'll let my partner come in and talk yours ear off too.
Cool.
But there's a couple of the channels I follow.
Awesome.
Along with that video calling show guy. He's really good. Had him a couple times. Great guy.
There's my play button. Oh wait, that's your mug.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Well, Ed, thanks for coming on, man. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Things are looking up for me, and hopefully this whole thing will blow over in time for us to get together, before it gets too hot to actually I don't know, push some stones around.
I sure hope they take care of this, whatever they're doing to destroy our country. Take care of it before Flash Bash, because I don't want to cancel it and I don't really want to postpone it. So
I hear you, man. I absolutely hear you.
But I'm back to work. I'm essential because I'm disposable.
That didn't make sense. Well, just as long as you're essential, that means you're, still able to put money in your pocket. That's what's important here.
Yeah. But all their big promises about this, with unenjoyment, I didn't have to wait my week, but I didn't get all that extra BS they were talking about, at least yet.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I'm more worried about what the government's doing behind closed doors and pork bellies and bills.
Aren't we
and
all?
Spending our grandchildren's money than I am this damn virus, because it still hasn't touched anywhere near what the regular flu does or what H1N1 has.
Right. Yeah.
That's a whole nother subject.
Whole nother show there, Ed.
I was trying to get out of here.
Well, we'll leave with this, Ed. Don't cough in your hand, man. Thanks for being on.
Jim.
Yeah, I know. Oh, here. This is my mask.
You know, I love you like a brother, Jim.
Same here, buddy.
And until next time, may you always have a flash in your pan. And like you know personally, maybe one day too, I'll meet you on the river. I'm out of here, guys.
See you, buddy. Oh, Ed. He's just trying to keep us safe, right? I don't know where I get this cough. It like dust got in the room or something. I'm having trouble breathing. That and a little bit of flop sweat from not getting this thing set up like it normally gets set up, which just pisses me off. And believe me, guys, when I am off of this show tonight, I am going to beat this up. I probably have to contact Zoom. It's to that level. So where was I? Oh, we've got quite a few. Well, hang on there, woo woo. I see you're in the call. We've also got oh, looks like Brandon Jackson's in. Good. Professor of Perseverance. Hello to you, JP Lawns and more. Welcome to the show, guys. And who else did I see something? Jason Keith, prospecting. Welcome. Howdy. Okay, let's bring on the next guest. And oh, look, we do actually have Vidya from this guy, which is awesome. Oh, where's your name, man? Ah, there it is. Can you hear me, my friend?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I sure can. How you doing, Jesse?
Okay.
What are those little icons on your mask? Your appropriate. Oh, lures. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That is awesome. Fishing lures.
Yeah. I'll tell you after I tell you about my favorite YouTubers.
All right.
Now, these two, I actually only have two. But these guys are in a class by themselves, which is why I think they don't make the high amount of subscriptions, to their channel.
Mm-hmm.
Unique. But they're my favorite. First being Flash in Your Pan Productions.
Oh, has he got that? Has he got that silver button already?
No, he's struggling to make them subscribers. I mean, he's one of these channels. It's like the other dude that I'll tell you about here in a second. Just like he's one of these channels that has a tendency to be enjoyed by a lot and propels a lot of YouTubers up into popularity because we come on the show and talk,
Sure.
So they're like springboards. Unfortunately, they don't get rewarded like they should, but they don't care because they're only here to entertain you. Again, Flash in Your Pan. They have a live Tuesday night show every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock.
Oh, you don't know how close I am to reviving the shameless plug, CG.
And then my other favorite. Well, I watch a lot of different YouTubers. I mean, I got probably over 300 YouTubers I subscribe to, and I watch their stuff periodically. But you can't watch the same person over and over again. It gets kind of boring. Except for these two channels.
Well, except for my show, but besides that, that's not necessarily true. It really depends on what they're doing, right? If they're doing the same thing every time, saying the same thing every time, yeah, okay, I totally get it. But like all these folks that when I pop up my thumbnail, all those folks on there, their content, although it's niche, is seemingly different each and every time. So
I don't follow them.
I bet you probably follow one or two of those.
Oh, it could be. I mean, I subscribe and watch a lot of Two Toes videos. He does gold prospecting and Mother Load prospectors, a lot of prospectors. I also watch a lot of cool stuff. Police chases. Those are so much fun.
Oh man, I do the same thing.
no volume, and I just watch.
Me too. That and car crashes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, stupid
And I also
drivers.
like oh yeah, I also like watching reaction videos. But I don't have any real favorite. I do have one favorite. She's pretty cool. She just skyrocketed over in a year's time.
Who's that?
And what blows my mind is she charges for her reviews. You want a reaction to a music video? Yeah, throw in some money in the kitty, and I'll react to you.
Who are you talking about?
Her name is what's her name, Ruby? I can't remember now. Don't make me look.
I got to make you look because now I'm curious and I want to know. Yeah, Adam, I see you, or I did see you.
Remember what the girl's name is? That does the reviews or the reactions to music videos. The one we listen to all the time.
You're not talking about Rebecca, the voice coach, are you? No.
No.
Well, she does a lot of reaction to music videos as well. And I'm with you, Jesse, because I like to watch those people react to like classic rock that we grew up with, right, and they've never been exposed to it or something.
Damn it.
She's the only one I can think of off the top of my head, though.
Right. Because, I mean, like she's one of those that I watch a lot, but I mean, when I do decide I want to watch a reaction video, that's who I'll go to. Damn it.
Well, you had something else to say after you mentioned your first two. So if you get into that.
I haven't mentioned my second one yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't.
Okay.
Senior Pan Productions. Well, the other one, again, in a genre all on his own, is videocallin show. I mean, another guy that just springboards people up to the atmosphere, up to the stratosphere.
So now I've got to put shameless plug over my face.
But oh hell, damn it! But anyways, yeah, those are my two favorite. I do watch other ones, but those are my two favorite. I think they do a lot for the YouTube community. I someday they'll get big and rich and famous and die just like the rest of us.
one can dream, my friend.
So the reason for the mask.
Yes.
We'll get to that now. Well, my biggest complaint is not so much the fact that we're being on this semi-lockdown, whatever you want to call it, self-quarantine, only essential people need to work. You only should go out to get groceries, right? Well, unfortunately, that's not what happened. That's not what's happening. People are going out and buying, Christmas presents and.
Oh yeah.
Going out and buying a new swing set for their kids and going out and buying and not practicing social distancing, to the point where they put those essential people that are trying to make sure that you have your necessities, stock them shelves, move that freight. Those people are putting those people in jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
They're where my wife works, and I won't say the name.
They're not going to sponsor me.
Well, no. Okay. Kind of get them to sponsor us. No. No. Where my wife works, they have is it confirmed? You said it's a confirmed case of an employee.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, when you're working around your fellow employees, it's hard to keep that social distancing, especially when the person that has it has been given a ride by another person every day. And then that person comes in contact with another associate who happens to be my wife. It's kind of scary because now, you know, I'm almost 70. She's a little bit behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's gotten too damn close.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt, my friend.
Like in our county, we have 31 dead, 297 cases, confirmed cases, 31 dead.
Well, yeah. Don't forget what I was saying earlier, that they are counting several of these people as having the coronavirus, not necessarily have passed by it. And I can't think. Well, the only reason I can think they would do that is, one, they want to sensationalize things. Two,
jack the numbers up.
Yeah, they're sensationalizing it to jack the numbers up. The other reason would be, and that just blew my train of thought. What was the other one? No, that's okay. That's okay. It's my brain's fault. But yeah, it's ridiculous that they're doing that, and you know, that's what they said they were doing in Italy as well, which is why the numbers seem so horrendous there. They're literally counting them as coronavirus deaths, even if they actually died by something else.
Right, and what really sucks is it sucks, but what's really the pisser about this is these people that are giving out the numbers, literally know they're lying.
Oh yeah.
Look at you heard about the little baby that died, right?
Yep, that's one of those, the news story I was talking about.
19 supposedly. The reality is the baby had an accident.
I thought
she had.
Oh, I thought it was a heart problem. Maybe I'm mixing stories, but yeah, there's another one with a heart problem.
Yeah, well, it could be. No, this one had an accident. This one, they knew exactly what happened to the baby. The governor came out and said, we have an infant just died from COVID. Because every person that goes into the emergency room right now, no matter where you're at, they mark it down as COVID. If you've got a temperature, you got, any of those signs, and that's before they even test you. Then once they test you, they don't take you off that list. You're still in there for the same reason,
Yeah.
And conspiracies,
yeah, let's not get started on those.
I got a good one. Ooh, I got a good one.
Maybe I'll have a midweek show this week, and we'll talk all about that, Jess.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
All right, buddy. Before I move on to my next guest, did you think about that gal's name? Did you ever come up with that gal's name? The reaction?
No.
Alicia?
No.
Well, if you come up with it, Jess,
I'll type it in the chat room.
Boom. Yes, absolutely, dude. That'd be awesome.
All right.
That would be awesome. All right, buddy. Well, keep that mask clean, and you stay safe. You and
supposed to keep them clean?
Yeah.
You know, I've been smoking through it, and I've been drinking through it. What the hell? Now I gotta wash it too?
Yep.
Damn. All right. I'll do that.
All right, buddy. Take it easy.
I'll wash my hands with this. How's that?
Oh, there you go. Yep. Let her dry. You should be okay. Okay.
All right.
All right, pal. Take care.
Later.
Oh yeah. You know, it's funny that I mentioned that, because I heard a news story where they were adamant about the mask is to not protect you, but protect those people you're around. And I got to thinking, well, if this thing is an airborne droplet, how is the mask not there to help you, keep you from contracting it as well? That just blew my mind. So, but anyway, keep your gloves clean as well. A lot of people are using rubber gloves. They're going in there and they're fingering all your foods, and then they're jumping in their car and they're running off to another store, and then they're fingering all those foods and products. Once you get done with one, strip those gloves off, throw them away. Think of yourselves like a doctor, and you walk into a patient's room, You put on a fresh pair of gloves, you work on that patient, you get done with it, you take those gloves off, you put it on a new pair for the next patient. They do that for a reason, because germ transferal is as dangerous as being infected and literally passing it on in its normal way. So, a little tip from me to you. All right, let's do this. Let's move on to our next guest here. Shall I just refer to you as James? Is that good? Can you hear me, sir? Just a minute here. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Should I just refer to you as James? Is that good?
You can, yes.
Awesome. James, how are you, man?
I'm making sure that everything's going correctly with me.
You sound great, and you look great too.
Let me switch. Did that do anything?
For what?
Oh, I know what I done. Let me go back to...
Oh, make sure, yeah, you've got the YouTube video muted and you're listening to the Zoom feed.
I think I got you.
Cool.
I think we're going now.
Is it good?
Yes.
Fantastic. James, what brings you on the show today? Good to see you, man.
Well, hey, just first time here and hearing all of you talk. And I thought, well, let me throw my 2 cents worth in. And, you know, I tell people to throw my 2 cents in worth, but remember, inflation is really a nickel's worth. But again, go back and really think of it, it's still really only 2 cents worth, even though inflation says a nickel.
Sounds like my problem, my friend.
Well, I just want to hop on. I mean, I go by the Professor of Perseverance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen you in there. In fact,
Professor of Perseverance. I just want to give some people some motivational insights on what's going on with this Corona stuff today. And so, you know, it's when I was 2 weeks into college on a baseball scholarship, and are we talking? I missed.
Oh yeah, no. I'm still here. I'm listening. I'm giving you the floor.
Oh, okay, thank you. And so, so I was 2 weeks into college on a baseball scholarship, and had pro teams looking at me, and got to play one college game. Did pretty good at it. Then the next day at school, so a bunch of people were playing football. Then we were playing tackle football, but no pads, no equipment, but it was tackle football.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was, I'd been out there maybe 2 hours playing, and my team got the ball back, and I remember saying to them, hey, I need to get my stuff ready for class tomorrow, so I'm leaving. I'm tired to go get something to eat. Well, then I got about 10 feet away and heard someone say, we need someone to run the ball. So I stopped and turned around and said, all right, I'll come back for one more play. Now, I heard you say a couple of times about a shameless plug that you were working on and stuff. So now I'm going to throw in my shameless plug. My book is called One More Play. So
awesome.
There you go. And so I'll throw in a shameless plug as well. And so I went back for one more play. I actually scored a touchdown. And when I was turning back towards everyone, I saw something in my peripheral vision. I don't know what it was. I just saw something. Mm-hmm. I felt contact up high, and I heard a loud pop. Ooh. And we both went to the ground. And that day, only one of us returned to her feet. And I'll give you a hint, it wasn't me.
Oh, and no.
So I was told by the old doctors I'll never walk again, maybe not move from my neck down. I was told to be placed in a nursing home at the age of 19. Oh. They told my family that I would be too much of a burden for them to provide care for. So fortunate enough that we were hard-headed enough growing up that we decided not to listen to the doctors. And so I went on and we did our own form of physical therapy, our own form of stuff. So I got where I was able to stand and walk with a walker for about 100 feet. And so when the doctor said I'll never walk again, I made a liar out of them. Now, I only made a liar out of them for 10 minutes. So it's the other 23 hours and 50 minutes they were correct.
Oh.
So I made a liar for 10 minutes out of them. So,
well, James,
everybody knows that with everything going on, just settle down. Just don't freak out. Yes, there's some seriousness out there, but we don't have to go to the extent. As long as we are doing what we're supposed to be doing, washing our hands, we're supposed to be doing it all our time. It's funny, we hear someone say, I wash my hands every time I get done. You're supposed to be washing your hands when you're a boy, when you're young. Why start now?
Yeah, what took you so damn long?
That's right.
It's exactly the reason that when I go to the restroom, I will keep my hand dry towel with me because I know that door handle is not going to be the most clean item in the place.
Yeah. Just because you're taking care of yourself doesn't mean anybody before you has.
Oh, and yeah, and
Exactly.
we've all watched him. We've all watched him walk out of the restroom without doing anything. So yeah, yeah.
So, and the sad thing with me is I've had people they'll offer me a cloth or something, and after I push my wheelchair, and I say, "What I don't care. My hand's been on this dirty wheelchair all day long. What does it matter to me with some things?" But
Mhm.
even though I say that, I still know I need to wash my hands good and clean before I do other things. And when I'm done doing other things, wash and clean again. But then I'll touch the dirty wheels as I'm going out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's going to happen, right? That's kind of a hazard for you.
Yeah.
Well, James, I got to know, since you did make Lyra the doctor, have you been able to do so since?
I got where now once I got to where got me where I can stand
Hmm.
and walk for about 100 feet. Maybe it took me about 20 minutes, 30 minutes to do that. That's about as long as I have muscle spasms that fight against it, and they fatigue out the more I used them.
Mm,
So the main thing for 30 plus years is I'd use it to stand, to transfer, stand to turn to get in bed,
sure.
stand to turn to get in my car, stand to turn to get in my shower, stand to turn to get on and off the toilet. So it was great for that.
Yeah, yeah. And so many in your position can't do that. So that's at least a very bright spot, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yep. That's awesome, James. That is fantastic, dude. Um, so do you have I'm kind of bringing it back to the subject if you don't mind because your advice was absolutely fantastic. You're right. Don't panic. Don't we will return to some semblance of normalcy. Um, just make sure you take care of yourself because no one, and this should actually be a serious cam episode, no one is responsible for your safety but you in the end of it all.
That's right. Yeah, don't go up kissing strangers.
Yes.
'Cause you don't know where they been either.
The make out
So
sessions are done.
I mean, just everybody just calm down, do the right things. Don't buy all the toilet paper out there. Leave one or two rows for one other person. You know. Oh, there was one day a few weeks ago. I was at a store, and the shelves were just clean in a bunch of areas. And I saw one man and woman, they had a buggy full, and I was kidding around, but then they took it serious. I said, man, I can't believe how these shelves are empty. People are getting ready to quarantine themselves like that. And they said, yep, that's what we're doing. I
Hmm.
said, oh no, I wasn't meaning to y'all anything. I said, I'm just in general talking. No, that's what we're doing. That's why this buggy's full. We're going to lock ourselves up for 3 weeks.
Hmm.
And I'm going,
Which, well, for some that's not a bad idea, especially
that
for
is,
those.
you're correct on that.
Yeah, some
For
people
some
that have
people,
pre-existing. Yeah.
yeah, it's a blessing on the world. For some
Hmm.
people, to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
quarantining themselves.
Well, I know I've talked about it on this show before. I'm happy to work from home because of my heel. James, I don't know if you've watched the show much, but I broke my heel back in early January, and I've been battling with that. Nothing like your battles, of course, but it's exactly what I said. Once you lose the use of an appendage, you realize how much you miss it, and and so for me, working from home is great because I get to heal without having to put pressure on it all day, right? At like the on location or in the office. So
Um, yeah, but when you say you're healed and it's nothing compared to one, I try my best. I'm not perfect, but I try my best not to judge anyone else whatever they're going through,
mhm.
because whatever I think may be serious or whatnot, somebody else may go, that's a drop in the bucket. Or
Oh yeah.
what I may go, really? Huh? And then others are going, but it's killing me. And for example, I would tell someone, say someone's getting up, going to the bathroom in the middle of the night, then they kick the wall and then they broke their toe,
Oh yeah.
or even just stumped their toe, not even broke it, just stumped it. All
Hmm.
right. And then I'm going, oh, really? I got a broken neck. You got a stumped toe. But look at it this way. What if we don't know the situation? What if this person that stumped their toe has that brittle bone disease? Now they broke their toe
Yeah.
in multiple places. Or what if they're a hemophiliac? where they don't have the blood clotting mechanisms, and so now that blood supply is busted open and just bleeding from inside. So again, because of that, I try not to trivialize anybody else's what they may think is pain and suffering.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the devil's in the details. Until you know the details, there is no reason to judge or even analyze until you've got all the information in front of you. I'm totally with you on that one, James.
Well, I'm gonna be a full book disclosure here. I did get over this 20-year-old boy one day. I saw him and his friend in one of them electric carts riding around the store, and I'm going, and I try to be nice about it at the beginning. I go, "Oh man, what's your disability? Why are you using that?" And then he goes, "Oh, well, I sprung my ankle skateboarding." Sprung your ankle? That's all? What? Sprung your ankle? I got a broken neck, is why I can't use. And then I said, "Why are you?" And then blasting about you're taking that from the elderly that could be using it, somebody else that's got an amputee could be used, and just blast. Yeah, he didn't like it when I was done with it.
No, I bet not. I bet not.
That's
And
a little different when you're 20.
I would, yeah.
Sprung your ankle. Yeah, he was him, and I don't know if he sprung his ankle.
Well, I would guess that they probably ran
Him
away
and his
from it
boy-
after
him
they
and
parked
his
it.
friend were videotaping each other riding.
Oh yeah,
Facebook.
yeah. I'm sure that was just a story for you, James.
But it gave me a good chance to open up.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a life lesson for them. For the love of Pete, man, have some respect for those people who need that sort of thing.
So,
But we've all done stupid things as kids, right?
exactly. I mean, I didn't give it to him too hard.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we've all, if we think back on some things, we're going, yeah, I could have done that a little different.
Well, James, listen. Before I move on to my next guest, I got to ask you. Who are some big YouTubers, silver button YouTubers that whenever their notification comes up, you can't help but watch? You got a couple of them?
There's this one group called Squirmy and Grubs. This guy, he's got some type of muscular dystrophy,
Hmm.
and his girlfriend, fiance, is taking care of him. And they have a pretty good following. They're approaching about 1 million people now.
Yeah, nice.
They're really moving on. But them, and there's another girl called Jessie Strawham. She's very powerful. And there's another guy called Angry Quad.
Angry Claw.
He's powerful.
Wow.
So he doesn't have, I think, less than 500 subscribers. I don't know how long he's been on there. I think he's been on longer than I have. But he puts out messages. He tells people pretty much get off your butt and go do something. So he's pretty much telling people, if you don't get out and do something, death knows where to find you.
Yeah. What did Samuel, was it Samuel L. Jackson? No. Who was God in that Jim Carrey film? Oh man, I'm trying to think.
Ooh,
Yeah,
oh, that's
it's killing me.
oh,
But he was in
yeah, I know
Shawshank
who you're talking
Redemption.
about.
Yeah, and he says, yeah, you either get busy living or you get busy dying.
Yeah. I can't think of his name either, but I know who you're talking about.
I can't either. Morgan
All right,
Freeman.
Jim, thank you for having me on. I just want to come in, just spread a little positive message for people and just ask them to calm down a little bit.
Well,
So,
it's always appreciated, James, and I appreciate you being on, man. Really, it's great meeting you.
okay. Thank you. Everybody else have a blessed evening.
Same to you, bud. Take care.
All right.
Brand new, first time on the show. What a great guy. What a great guy. And people who are challenged that way, like he said that he was 19 years old and broke his neck, gives you an entirely new perspective on how trivial. I'll try to spit that word out again. How trivial some of your injuries can be, like we were talking about stubbing the toe, or my heel in comparison. I mean, it's nothing compared to that. So hats off to Miss James, who's obviously busy living. All right. I thought I had something else to say during that, but I don't guess I did. We shall just move on to our next guest, if it's okay with you folks. I need to save James in here in case he comes back on. I hope I spelled that right. I'm not the best at but you know what I need to do? I need to say hello to some folks. Brad Ariels, how you doing, man? Good to see you. sanitized. The like button has been sanitized for your protection. Please don't be afraid to use it for his host and his guests. Thank you so much, Brant. Appreciate that, man. We also got Patrick Moore. How you doing, man? I don't get to see Patrick Moore much. How you doing?
There we go. There we go.
Oh, no, we can hear you. Oh, PewDiePie and Mark Wheel. Yes. Unless he's crying, Ghana. I'm just kidding. Lawrence Fishburne, no. Brandon, how you doing, man?
Hi. Hello.
Good to see you.
everyone.
Good to see you, bud.
Hello, everyone.
What is new and exciting in Brandon's world? I see that. Hooverman. What does that mean exactly?
It's a character that came up when I was 8 years old.
Oh, I thought maybe you'd started selling vacuum cleaners.
When I went to what do you call it? Spain,
Oh, okay.
there was like a stand that made hats. I told Mom, can I get a hat made with the word Hooverman?
Nice. So, Brandon, are you going to tell us about those silver play button YouTubers that you watch whenever they come across your notification?
Well, there's quite a few people I like watching.
Who's your biggest ones? Your biggest YouTubers and you watch most often?
Mick Juggernuggets.
Oh, I know. Yeah, Juggernuggets. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Created the Psycho series.
Don't know that one. Interesting.
It's basically where he has a psycho dad that tells him, get a job, get a life. And his console breaks his consoles and games and stuff like that. Like, why you bought this and stuff like that? It's like, you should not have this, you should get a job kind of thing.
Get a job.
Yeah.
They're taking our germs. Oh, by the way, folks, people are hiring all over the place. I don't know if people even realize that. Surely they watch the news occasionally to find out updates on this whole rigmarole. But man, people are hiring big time. It's really shocking, especially given the rise in unemployment applications. So, sorry, that was just a sideline there, Brandon. Who else do you watch that as your guilty pleasure?
YouTuber like been watching recently called Dad. It's
just Dad?
Dad.
Oh, cool. What's that channel about?
His channel is about like an online experience game where you got to find clues, and there's loads of hidden clues in the game. Oh,
yeah. Cool. Sounds like a great
clues and help him find who he is. There's so many things. I even talked to him yesterday, and I can't see anything online. It's top secret.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a great way to spend some time, especially on a channel that has games. By the way, Patty Broussard, how you doing, Patty? Good to see you.
And if you noticed in the YouTube message I said about my dad.
Yes, I did. And we can talk about those offline. I don't want to get mired down in talking about the intricacies of Zoom, especially since they've changed things significantly, it seems.
Obviously, when you finish your stream, I can stay in the room.
Maybe not. I got to get up early tomorrow, man. That's why I said bring this over to email, and I'll answer them. I have several email addresses, more than I probably should. And I monitor those all the time. Social medias, I can't monitor nearly as much, but I definitely do emails, and I try to respond as often as I possibly can to everything. So everything that requires a response. Kind of says Marco is right.
On your Discord server, have like a call method so people can't see the guest, but they can hear the guest.
Oh, sure. I know it's got that. Yeah, it's got that, but I just don't have it called up.
See
if I do though, that becomes yet another site that's going to hog bandwidth, because it's continually talking to the main server to find out if there's any new messages, and that literally piggybacks on this video signal that you see right here. So I try to keep as few things open and running as I possibly can during the show. That's why Discord doesn't make any. That's why I'm not going to take any Discord calls, not during a show anyway. Make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, what else? We're coming up on 9:20. What else do you want to get off your mind there, Brandon? You guys doing okay over there?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome.
It's kind of weird, like when I look at Swear, like looking at you.
I know I kind of put you on the spot. I apologize, but this this is your time to chit chat if you'd like to chit chat just for a bit. I got one more, and I should cut this down because my foot is feeling it.
I haven't been uploading in a while because there's nothing really to do. There's nothing to talk about. I can't do a vlog going out. I can't.
No. But you could
think what to come up with.
Well, you could always talk more about autism.
One of my videos, so you can put comments for ideas for videos, and just let me know what video ideas you would like me to try and do.
Yeah. Well, I
introduce my podcast channel. So whenever you're free, Jim, we can do a podcast together.
Oh yeah, I saw that email, and I was I thought it was over by the time I actually saw it, because this is before I was, this is when I was still in my dark days.
Yeah, I thought, you might be busy or something, or not on your computer.
I've been busy, but we can talk about that later, and we got to find out when it actually happens for me, because if it's in the middle of the workday, it's going to be real tough for me because I'm still working from home, and that keeps me busy most of the time. But we'll work something out, dude.
Obviously, send me on Discord, like times that are good for you.
Okay, I can do that. Mostly evenings here in the States on Eastern time, so that would probably be best. Wednesday's out of the question.
So I'm thinking about doing podcasts a little bit like how you do it, like this, but you can help me out, how to set up a layout that's good enough on OBS.
Sure. I've worked a lot with OBS, and I'd be more than happy to consult with you on that one. All right? Do you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, good. All right, buddy. I'm going to get to my last guest. Thanks for the YouTubers and for the and of course, stay safe over there, will you?
Yes, of course.
If we want those boats to run again, we all have to be healthy.
Well, I grabbed out of the garage an old skateboard of mine, and my dog really loved it and just went on it.
Oh, bummer. Yeah, that's the thing about having a new dog. Some things are collateral damage for sure. All right, Brandon. Well, thanks so much for coming on, bud. And like I said, stay safe over there, and we'll talk via email. All right.
Obviously, normally when I'm waiting in the waiting room, I'm like watching the stream, trying to listen because my phone gets confused and does it through the earpiece.
Oh yeah.
Normal calls, and I'm like when I'm watching them, I'm like.
Yeah. It's a hazard. It's one we all.
Every time when you're talking, I'm like. What's the guest talking about? I can hear you clearly, but the guests are like.
Oh, that's a cross we all have to bear. Yeah.
When I come in here, it's like, yeah, you didn't. When I go like that, me presenting like I had it all the way up. So I have to give a chance to wait until I turn down the volume.
Well, we can talk about that as well. Well, yeah. All right, buddy. I'm going to bring up my next guest so I can put this foot on ice. Okay. All right. All right. Take care, buddy. You too. From across the pond, that was Brandon Jackson. I'm okay. All right. Let me say hello to Recycle Dude. How you doing, Recycle Dude? Good to see you, man. And we've also got Danny Black. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Well, WTF, Mike. Hey, bud. The real question is here is, why does Hawaii have interstates? It's funny because I'm thinking about holding a contest. You guys have seen the big video call-in show mug. Well, I've got an extra one, and I'm thinking maybe we'll give it away. Now, how would that happen? Do you remember the thumbnail? You see all those wonderful channel icons? I don't know. I'm thinking about, and I'm not certain on this, but if somebody could name all of those channels, some of them are easy, but if some of them are very hard, I would think. But if somebody could name all of those channels, I don't know, might get a mug. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you'd like me to hold that contest. I'll also try to post that on my community tab as soon as I possibly can. I don't know, thought it'd be fun because they are somewhat cryptic. We'll just have to see. Oh, AGP, what are the numbers for, dude? Well, Danny Black, I want you back on the show sometime. Not tonight, probably. Hey, Was Blind, how you doing? But because I've got one more guest, and that's probably gonna be it for me tonight. But oh no, I won't tell you. I'll tell you if somebody guesses, or if I get enough entries and people tell me, they guess had the most correct ones. Oh, Was Blind. Now, what you missed about that, and I'll reiterate, these are all YouTubers, and I'll throw it back up there if you want to take another gander. This is a thumbnail that will last, as long as this channel or this video lasts up there. But these are all YouTubers that have over 100K, and I don't know. I thought it might be fun. You guys let me know later. No mug for me, he says. Well, you don't have to. I mean, you got a choice. I could send you an official, which these do not exist on my Teespring merch store. These big ones do not exist on my Teespring merch. Oh, my lights are killing it. My merch link, which is down in the description, by the way. Yet another shameless plug. Yes, awesome, killed it. But yeah, if you didn't want that, I'll send you cozy. Be your choice. I'll just make it a choice. You get this or the now that's if I decide to do it, and that all depends on whether or not you guys. I'll put a poll up, and if you guys tell me that you want it, then I certainly will. So Was Blind, don't feel bad unless suddenly you've gotten 100K in since last we spoke. But no, those are all 1K or aboves, and that's what this show's about. I want to hear about your 1K and above guilty pleasures when you while we're all in YouTube hell during this shutdown. We should be enjoying. I should have been cooking hamburgers or steaks or something on the grill today, and I didn't do it because the weather's not quite there. But we should all be thinking about that, not hanging out in our houses. All right. Having said all that, you've never even seen one of those YouTubers? Oh man, you guys, when you get that, I'll literally, if I decide to, I'll literally list every single one of those guys so you can go check them out. And I think what you'll find is that you have some new guilty pleasures because a lot of them are awesome. Some of them are just, ones I've been following forever, and I still, for whatever reason, decide to check them out on a regular basis. Yeah, I can hear you, Mike, or Spike.
I can hear you.
Just a minute. Oh, where is it? I had to look for your name last time, and I haven't updated my damn CSV file just yet. Oh, what is that? Is that a tomahawk?
Spike.
Oh, booyah! All right, shoot, where is that?
Cut some more volumes off.
I'm just gonna have to type it in again.
Spike, the high-tech redneck.
Yep. Well, Spike, you just got out of surgery a few days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you doing, man?
A lot better, brother. I just got up from a nap and come in late. So wished I'd got in a little quicker, but yeah, just want to come in and check in with everybody and sing the topic for tonight. Had a few ideas on that subject. So,
Cool.
yeah, just I'm doing better. I'm sore. It feels like I got a golf ball kind of in the middle of my back, you know, and if I roll this way or this way, well, it's in that same spot. It never goes. It's going down. I mean, it'll be better here, and you know, I'm figuring, you know, another week and things will be better.
Awesome. That is awesome. I'm pulling for you. You and I have been talking a lot on via email about this. So I'm pulling for you, man. I'm pulling for you.
Well, we're gonna do our best. I mean, you know, I'll turn the wrong way, okay. That's the thing about when you're in the camper here, everything's just backwards. Okay.
Oh yeah. There you go. Perfect.
Oh yeah, a lot better. I'm in the middle of the picture anyway.
Yep.
But yeah, things are better. You know, it's healing up. I'm getting up and down better than I did. My legs are starting to feel better. I can feel strength coming back into them, you know, and it's slow, but I can feel it. And when I got up, I knew it was some better because that one dull pain that was always there just wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know, that one. And yeah, but the others are still there, and you know, the swelling and all is not making it any better, but we'll get there. I mean, you know, it's what it is. You know, we got to all survive somehow through whatever comes up. And right now, I just got to throw in a couple extra little curveballs, but I used to hit the curveball pretty good when I was a kid, so I'll just keep trying. So.
Well, what would life be without a few curveballs, my friend? Am I right?
Exactly. Yeah, I've seen some curveballs, that's for sure. Sorry about that shadow, guys.
Oh no, you're fine, man. It looks fine. I wouldn't worry about it. I'm just glad to see that you know, this soon after surgery. I imagine it was minimally invasive surgery. That you're sitting up and you know you're moving around pretty well.
It was, yeah. I mean, I was at 5:30. I was at the hospital. The wife pulled up to the door and I tucked and rolled. That's pretty much the way that worked.
Yeah.
I went in the hospital. The lady was there. She took me down the hall. I went in. I signed in. One little thing to sign in real quick. Check my temp again. I had my temperature checked more times in 36 hours than I think I've ever had it checked.
I bet.
They checked me one more time for that, and I'd already had the MERS test and all that stuff the day before to make sure it didn't have any viruses and stuff. So EKGs and all those tests, you know. When I went for that, the hospital was like, "But you ever been to pre-op when there was 3 people in pre-op?"
Oh yeah.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Well, there was 2.
Just 2 of you and you?
Then, and then I went in for surgery, and there was me and one other guy in surgery. And when I got back to the back, I could hear them talking to some more people, so I figured out there was 3 of us back there. So yeah.
Well, anyway, I told you about the doctor's appointment I was supposed to have a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was last week, where they told me this rather than just driving up and walking in, you drive up. Yeah, you call us, you let us know, and then we'll let you know when that last patient's out. Then you can come in. First time ever for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I went in one day. They check you for temp before to let you go to the counter. Yeah, and I said, well, that's a pretty cool idea. I said, why don't we do that everywhere? Before you go into Walmart, you get your temperature checked. You can't go into Walmart if you got a high temperature.
Yeah.
So you're spread.
Yeah.
Now, you were talking about gloves a few minutes ago. Now, I've come to a conclusion about the gloves, okay?
Uh-huh.
Most people that wear gloves don't do it right anyway, and they cross-contaminate more stuff and make a bigger mess than what they're helping. So just say they're going to go pump gas. They put on a pair of rubber gloves to pump gas. Well, they don't want to do that because first nylon rubber will eat it up if it gets on it.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea. So anyway, but you put on a pair of gloves, do that. Then you keep them on while you do this or this, and you go from here to here, and then at the end of the day, you take them off. Well, you've been scattering what was on them gloves all day long. Now, I came up with something I think's a little different. I use doggy poo bags.
We talked about this, yeah.
Yeah. And people have been looking at me kind of funny when I rip one out of that I got a little dog bone they come out of, and I pull them out.
We do too.
Shove my hand in it, and I went walking through the hospital to go into pre-op, and I pulled the door open, and I pushed this button, I done the elevator, and I got upstairs. I walked up to the desk, and the lady thermostated me, and when she did, I took the glove, the trash bag, and I reached and dropped it in her trash can. She looked at me. She said, now that's got to be the coolest thing I figured out since I've seen in a while. And I said, well, I don't know about that, but that's country boy cool, what that is. I mean, if you ever want to know what it's like to spread this and how it spreads, get you a bottle of anti-seize. You know what anti-seize is? That silver stuff you put on bolt.
Oh, yeah.
And just put a little dab on your hand right here. and go about your day for about 5 minutes. And then you will figure out exactly how much you do touch things with that anti-seize, because it goes everywhere automatically. And it will show you that you're being really, not really good.
Oh, yeah.
I use my cane on the guy at the store.
Did you? to get him out of your space?
Well, my cane will only reach about with my arm about 5 feet. And he was with about 2 feet of me when I started. So once the cane got there, my arm just kind of straightened out, and I just kept pushing because he was too close.
Sure.
I had to go somewhere. I had to go in and pick up something. The wife didn't know what to do, so I go in. My hard drive is dying in my laptop. I had to get a hard drive right quick, one I could plug up. So
yeah.
I don't know what to get. I said, okay, just take me to Walmart. So I put on my mask. I went in the door, went straight to electronics. I got what I needed. I'm standing there, and this guy walks up on me, and he's standing like that far behind me. I could feel him breathing on me almost,
man.
And I just, dude, no. And I waited a few seconds to see if he'd think about it and, back away, but he didn't. And so I had my cane, and I tapped it on the floor a couple of times, because I'm walking with that right now to secure myself. I tapped it on the floor a couple of times. He didn't move. And so I just turned around and took the end of it, put it against his grocery buggy, and just pushed. And when I got done, he was all the way past the rotisserie chicken.
Where he belonged.
He was crowding me. I mean, we all got to think smart, and this guy wasn't thinking smart. Okay, so.
Oh, the world's full of them, as we all know. And
we get them all.
my father-in-law, who is 91 years old, said he had to go to the store. I think it was yesterday, and he said, he had a mask on, he has gloves on. He said people were keeping their distance, but I was going for this one product, and I hear behind me, "Excuse me," to get something else, and she was like right up my ass, and he's like, "You're 91 years old," and this lady's like, "Do you not see that gentleman is 90, very old?"
Can you not have a little respect for the elders here?
Exactly.
If nothing else, if you want to go to spring break and go to Mexico and go do all these things and all, just don't come see Grandpa.
Right you are.
I don't want you to come see me if you went and do all that. Go enjoy it. Take pictures. Take a lot of pictures, put them on Facebook. I'll read all about that shit. I got one girl. One of my daughters is a volleyball player at a pretty good college. She's national level volleyball player. What'd she do for spring break? She came home, spent time with her parents, and then when school didn't go back, she stayed home, and she's still taking care of her parents and with them and being smart. Some of her friends went off to the beach. From her school, they took off and went to Daytona. Well, some of them was already sick.
Yeah.
Good thing is she hasn't been around those people in almost a month now.
Oh, that's good. Let me say,
if she had went to the beach with the spring break, she'd have been right in the middle, just like that munch from the Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
I love Mardi Gras. Matches anybody, but there's a time and place for anything.
Exactly. And that's not being smart.
That's kind of what's going with that. So.
Well, let me say good night to Pixelpia Teaching and Learning. But yeah, thanks for being here, Anna. Good to see you. I probably missed you earlier, but always good to see you, Anna. She had some kind words to say.
You know what I love, Jim, is I come into your show, and when I do, I see JC and Ed, I see JP and Benzo. Now, JP and Benzo's two that I sent here, and then they got from there to Ed's, and then somehow. But anyway, I told them, and they're two of my product testers that test my product.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, they're East Coast product testers. So if you go look at their videos, I'm really happy because I get a double kick out of that. My product gets shown, and they get a good video. And cool thing is, my wife got to be number 300 for Benzo this past week.
Oh, really?
Number 300. Yeah, she done that.
Fantastic.
For me, I got 260. I'll take all I can get. But when you're promoting a product, you're only gonna get as big as your product gets. And I've never done national advertising and done those things, so I'm just gonna rely on let my personality carry me.
There you go. A lot of times, word of mouth is going to be more effective than.
Well,
and you get the personality for it.
Well, I got a lot of good friends that when things were down, they helped me a lot.
Oh, that's awesome.
Friends ain't been forgotten. They'll all get their returns when I get in better shape.
That's cool, dude. That is so cool.
Yeah. Ed's one of my testers for sure. He does testing up in Ohio area, and I got a couple in North Carolina. I got a couple in California. So we're trying to spread them out and get my stuff all over. But you were talking about those YouTubers. I wanted to give you a couple that I watch.
Give them to us, man.
Okay. Now, one thing you're gonna find out is, if you're in the prospecting world like me and Ed and a lot of us are, you're gonna find out there's a few big ones, and that's most of us are just getting by doing the best we can. And you know, we got decent content, we show good stuff, we tell facts, but you know, we just don't have the market that some others have. As an example, homesteaders. Homesteaders are huge. Y'all know that if you've ever watched any of them. A couple of my favorite shows that I watch are homesteader shows. You know, people that I watch. Myself, you know, that on my list of people that I watch.
Yeah.
You know, but building shows, you know, those are big. You know, and so a guy got a building show who gets 500,000 or 600,000 subscribers. That's not unusual for that to happen. You know,
it's true.
If a prospecting guy gets 500,000 or 600,000, he's got the whole market. He's selling to everybody in the world. There's nobody selling anything else. Yeah. That big. I mean, realistically. So, you know, we all just get in, try to get our little piece.
Sure.
You know, all I'm trying to do is get my stuff in front of people and explain it and let them look at it and decide. You know, that's the way I look at it. I mean, you know, so when the back gets better, I was going to say the foot for some reason. But when the back gets,
you're having sympathy pains, Spike.
And it's already starting to feel better. But when the back completely gets where I can get out and run, I've got 22 products that I've developed in 2.5 years. I've got some that need a lot more testing that I haven't turned out yet. So, you know, I got all that to do. I got a lot of videos to make, but, you know, and I go watch other people's videos that have got these big followings in other genres. Yeah, that's genre. That's
genres.
That help me, you know, and see how they do things and stuff, and see things that are like growing. You know, a channel that I've watched in a year go from 0 to 92. You know, 92,000 in a year. I think I want to watch the way the guy's going about doing this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, because if he got there that fast, you know, he's showing me a.
Well, it's like anything else.
There's a path there somewhere. You
Oh
know?
yeah, yeah. Well, it's like I've always said, never take financial advice from somebody who doesn't make any money.
That'd be a good way. Don't take gold advice from anybody that accepts loss.
Yep.
If a guy's happy with losing gold, I don't want to talk to him. He don't need my stuff. I mean, he needs to go talk to somebody else.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, you know, I try to think about things, you know, people that I can say that inspire me, you know, and some of them are real close to 100, some are over, some are under, you know. But I don't know if you've ever seen a guy named Eric Cortina. He's got a channel called Texas Barn Dominiums.
No.
And he's in Texas, and he lives a pretty, you know, early in the morning, run wide open life, and builds barn dominiums, which is basically a metal building, concrete floor with a real nice finish inside. Now, when I was thinking about building a house, I was investigating those. So he was one of them I started watching a lot. He's went up about 30,000 in about 5 months.
Nice.
He's up to 92, and he hadn't been going but over a year, you know. So, but his content's good. He had an editor working with him a while. I think he figured out the secrets to it. The editor's gone now, so you know how that works.
Oh yeah.
He's one of them. If you want to watch somebody build something and learn something, there's a guy named Kyle that's got a channel called R&R Buildings.
R&R Buildings.
Now, you living in Indiana, he's up in your area, and you look at his channel and you're gonna see, well, why in the world would I watch a guy build a pole building? And then you're gonna watch Kyle build on this pole building for an hour or for 4 episodes, and then you're gonna say, yeah, now I know why I'm watching Kyle build these pole buildings. Because I love to watch a craftsman at work. You know, a guy that really knows how to work and uses tools. It doesn't matter what it is. I enjoy watching it. I enjoy watching him do that. You know what I mean? So
same here,
those
dude.
are the kind of people that inspire me. So if you go watch Kyle and watch him work with metal and cut the metal and put the post in and square the buildings, but when you get done, you feel like you could build one yourself. I'm gonna try. Darn sure gonna try. As soon as my back's better, I'm building me a pole building.
There you
and I'm
go.
just gonna follow his path. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean, man.
That's always been a good one for you. I enjoyed him a lot,
Mhm.
and he's done a lot for me. You watch, there's an old guy named Ken. He got 30 something subscribers, 30,000. But this guy is up north somewhere, and he builds garages for people. And he builds all the walls in his garage, in his shop. And then when he goes out, he takes them all out on a trailer, stands them up, puts the shop up. I mean, it's like magic. You know, he's like me. He took a ladder and made a shingle lift and a lift out of it, fixed stuff up. Instead of buying one, he made one.
Yeah.
One of those. It's people like that are the people that intrigue me more than anybody. You know. So, and I guess there's a Matt Reisinger, the biggest one in the building. He's about installation and all the building methods and stuff. He's huge.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one I do. I get a really good kick out of this young couple called Life Uncontained.
Life
And they took
Uncontained.
two 40-foot shipping containers and lined them up at an angle like this and started building around them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're up to 300,000 or something, maybe.
Nice.
Oh yeah, nice couple. She's cute. She just had a baby, so they're sharing all this with everybody. I mean, that's the kind of things you want to share. I mean, that's good stories, you know. They're you ought to watch how happy they were when they had a toilet that the water would go around and around in. You know, these people were like, oh God, you know, they were just so happy it's unbelievable. But you know, that's the people that, you know, I mean, you look at them and you go, you know, well, these people are putting it out there, and you know they got a lot of the graphics abilities and things. One of them does, somebody does,
Mm-hmm.
and they both, either one or both, has personality.
Yeah.
I just wished I had some graphics ability. That's all I can say.
Well, it's something a lot of people lack, but you know, honestly, Spike, there's a whole lot of people out there that like even I've seen some people get some pretty good results out of Fiverr.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when it comes to channel art and things.
Easy Swan's one of those guys that's a big old guy, went through some health issues, but that guy builds some of the craziest projects.
Mm.
I mean, he builds a dinosaur that walks, you know, and he's inside of it walking. It's I mean, just, you know, all kind of craziness. I don't know if any of y'all ever watched the GTO GTO.
I do, yes.
Yeah,
the parking guy.
Watching people get towed off.
I didn't even.
God.
I know, I do too. I didn't even put it on there. Drums, man, drums.
He's like, I mean, it blows me away to watch him, you know. And the people look at the sign on the wall says no parking. They'll just get out of the car and go on in.
Yep.
Then they come back, they look around for their car. Oh man, it's like it's the same story all the time. But darn if it ain't interesting for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, same here. Well, they got a lot of lower thirds that are funny and pop ups. Yeah.
They make a lot of their graphics are really good. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Get a lot of people that take whizzes.
I'm gonna leave you with one more before I leave out of here.
All right.
This old boy, he's from Canada, and he has just blown me away with what all he's done in the past. And it's DIY Bill. It's a yellow logo.
Did you say Bill or build?
Bills.
Oh, Bills?
Builds. BUILDS.
Oh, builds. Okay. DIY builds.
Yeah. And this boy, he's got 118 subscribers, 118,000.
Mm-hmm.
And he builds just crazy homemade projects out of, you know, stuff. And so what got me started in a CNC machine, I didn't build his machine, but he got me started, was he's got a CNC machine that he built for $900.
Nice.
And I looked at it, I said, that's pretty cool, but it's not quite the form I need.
Yeah.
So I went with something else, and then it got burned up. So, but his would it would have burned up worse. So,
oh yeah.
I got to look at the positive of everything.
Yeah.
But,
oh yeah.
If you ever go look at his stuff, he does beautiful furniture stuff, and he'll get his little kid about this big, and he'll be on the table helping him put screws in. You know, I love a family-oriented show like that. Y'all know that.
Oh, I'm with you, man.
You know, but yeah, Craftsman. You know, I really just love to watch Craftsman. I mean, I watch this guy named Mr. Judy. It's into regenerative cows.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me how I got into regenerative cows and farming, but I did. And yeah, you can pick up a lot of crazy interest in YouTube if you don't watch out. You'll be going. You'll tell your wife, you say, you know how you keep sheep from going so and so, and she'll look at you like you crazy or in a bed bug.
YouTube hell is only a click away, man.
Hey, and in my case, that's probably very, very true, to be honest. Okay. So, yeah. Somebody told her one day, I think he's got ADHD or something. She said, no, ma'am, he don't. And she said, what? She said, he's got everything from A to Z and anything in between, and you just don't even want to try to interpret it. And the lady looked at her like she was something crazy, and I guess she should have, because it's in the grocery store line. But, and, it's all Ed and all my guys are all fun to be around. We all have fun. We just wish we could all be together. You know what I mean?
So no question, man.
We're all stir crazy and together. You know that.
Yep. And it won't be long. Me
and you both have been on long lockdown,
Yeah.
I guess we long timers, we like that old guy at the penitentiary that's wanting out. He knows how the wine's made and everything. We got it all.
We know where to get the cigarettes and the food.
I don't want no cigarettes.
Oh, I don't either. But it's an old prison thing.
I smoked my last one of them when I was 24 years old.
Oh, good for you, man. Good for you.
I'll smoke a cigar every now and then, not very often.
Yeah, I smoked my last one probably 10 years ago.
Yeah, I had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was one of them idiots that was smoking cools.
Ooh.
And I was smoking 2 packs a day.
Oh,
wide open.
Man.
Yeah. Till I got up coughing up blood one morning, and some reason I just quit all at one time.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine why.
It's got a way of doing that, you know what I mean?
How true, man. How true.
Ain't in a hurry. So,
well, even more reason for you and I to remain steer clear of these sort of viruses, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, right now I'm on complete lockdown. Like, I left the hospital Monday afternoon or Monday morning after they checked me in,
mm-hmm.
and they said, you go home, don't leave the house till you come back in here Monday morning.
Yep.
Or Wednesday morning. So I had to go home, be on 2-day complete quarantine in the house. And then I had been going and getting all the food because my wife's got, immune system issues. She's diabetic. And
yeah.
So, I have to make sure to keep her out as much as possible. But then, the last few days, I haven't been able to get out and go anywhere. So,
yeah.
I did go to Walmart and pick me up a hard drive last night, right before they closed up. But my walking stick is a shield, So.
Yeah.
I figured I got a new use for that walking stick. I'm gonna tell you now. I might have to keep that a while after I get my back.
I would.
It keeps youngsters back, when you don't want them up too close to you. So.
Oh yeah.
You know what's the craziest thing of all? There's nothing in the world that I love more, Jim, than a bunch of Boy Scouts to go teach them how to, prospect, or a bunch of kids at the mining camp all get together, and I get to be the one to teach them how to do that. That's my day to have them all or whatever. And I'll go ask for that day. I said, can I have all the kids today? But I want to teach the kids, and, grandkids, I got a few of them, and I'm trying to teach every one of them how to prospect and have fun. Some of them's interested, some ain't, The 2 little boys, they into it. They all over my YouTube channel. So, hey, ain't nothing on the YouTube channel works better than what, kids and sex and, and that kind of stuff. Well, I'm glad I got kids put on my YouTube channel. So, I had me somebody lined up that was going to do my YouTube channel with me. We were going to make a bunch of YouTube videos to teach her how to prospect. And she is really, really, real nice looking girl.
Yeah. And
I was going to do the whole series and we'll put it on both our channels. And so, both of us get the credit and make it work for us, and everything. But she decided she wanted to move and get a boyfriend on about 90 miles away. And I guess that program's completely off the question now. So,
life gets in the way, man.
You're back to the old man digging in the creek with his overalls on. So, but at least with his overalls on, his butt ain't showing.
Yeah, there you go. Could be worse.
One of the things you learn that along the way, So, hey.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Spike, my leg is at its end, so I'm going to thank you for being on again, man. I'm so happy that the surgery went well and that you're in recovery mode, and that you've got your distance stick.
Got my distance stick, and they gave me these here pain pills, which I don't take pain pills normally, but they gave me some just because of this.
Yeah.
And so I'm taking them as I need them, but not as many as probably should. But
yeah.
When you take one of those, you just feel a little better for a while, and you can talk, and kind of joy, you're happy.
Yeah.
But in a little while, I'm gonna be back down on the bed in a pile. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I gotta rest much as I can. In about another week, I'll be up moving around more and getting more done. But guys, everybody have fun. Jim, thank you for all you do, man. We enjoy it. And everybody needs a little vent every now and then. I guess I do too much as anybody. So.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
I told you my idea. Yep. I told you my idea for the minor guys.
Yep.
It'll never have a big following. You know that. It'll never be a big show. I already know that.
Yeah, you say that. Stranger things have happened, though. Got an optimist, man. I'm a half full guy.
Yeah, well, me too. Me too. But everything I work with got a hole drilled beside the water's gonna drip out of it. Okay?
Well, I got two words, man. Flex seal, or maybe that's one word.
No. I put buckets in stuff. I put holes in buckets on purpose. You know that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, man, thank you a lot. Everybody that's still out there, if we hadn't run them off, thank them. And we all love you guys, and let's all get through this together.
We will, man. We will, man. Best to you, dude, and keep us posted. All right.
Well, I'll see how I'm doing by next weekend.
There you go. All right, buddy.
Maybe I'll dance around for you or something.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I am getting one of my guitars back tomorrow, so I can start playing guitar a little bit because I'm going crazy out here without. Well, I'm trying to work on my laptop, and that ain't going real well. I'd rather work on the guitar.
Well, practice up, man.
Play the guitar.
Yeah, practice up.
Be good, brother.
We'll see you dancing.
Thank you.
You bet.
Later.
Bye-bye.
You be good.
You too. Well, like I said, folks, Mr. Leg is calling it quits here. I do want to say hello to a few folks that came in while I was talking to some Luke Duke. How you doing, man? And I also saw Dan Anderson. Good to see you as well. And who else? Did I see the Shape? Where's the Shape at? Shape. How you doing, Shape? Good to see you, man. Good to see all you guys. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I apologize if I have. And I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Like I said, may very well run a contest where you guys guess each one of these or as many as you possibly can. And we'll give away either a mug or a cozy. I hate calling those cozies. I don't know why I hate calling these cozies, but I do. But leave a comment. Let me know if you'd like to have that contest go on. Beyond that, I want to thank all my guests for coming on and sharing their big YouTubers with us all. I hope you guys were taking notes, and I hope you're going out and looking at some of these, because the thing about this platform, and any platform, any sort of streaming or video platform, is that there's so much content out there, and we are just not ever going to be exposed to it all. It's only through sharing and this sort of thing, which you are more than welcome to do with my videos, is how those videos get out to people who would never ever be able to be exposed to them. That's why I decided to have this show. I thought it would be fun. My offer still stands for those folks who are not technically proficient, don't want to have to deal with setting up a video conference call. I'd be more than happy to either host it here or do some consultation and allow you folks to do it yourself free of charge during this whole lockdown thing, because I know that technology can be daunting for quite a few people. I can't tell you how many questions I've answered over the time I've been doing this show in helping folks do that. Expose us? I don't know what you're talking about, Mike, but it sounds fun. But listen, thanks again, everybody, for being here. Thanks for all you guys for chatting, and everyone that came on the show. Be back here next Sunday, and I think I might change it to 9 p.m. I may do a poll on that as well. But then again, I like the 8 p.m. We'll see. But again, I'll probably have a show sometime throughout the week at random. So look for that. If you're not already subscribed, you like this sort of content, you maybe want to come on the show or just watch or just chat, by all means, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And ring that bell if you want to be notified when I do go live. Beyond that, I wish you all the best, folks. We let me do this. I should have done. I got to leave you with this. Make sure that you treat others, especially in these times, and carry it well beyond this. But treat others the way you would want to be treated. If we all did that, this world would be a better place. Thanks, folks, once again, and we will see you live